Good morning and welcome to this special podcast. My name is Brian Thomas. Bipin Dani is a dear friend of mine, a well-known Indian cricket writer, and I always follow his articles because there's so much insight, and his knowledge of the game is absolutely immense. I read a very interesting article this morning, which he had penned down. I think his thoughts on Ravichandran Ashwin's retirement, and also the views he wrote about his wife. She responds to the name of Preeti Ashwin on the retirement and the life they've been through during 13 years of his long career, or even more, giving his heart out for Indian cricket. Uh, Talking about Ashwin, the little I know, though, he was tall and lanky. Sorry for saying little I know a lot about him. Tall and lanky, wonderful off spin bowler with a high arm action, really dips it in, lots of variety, and could be a threat on any day, on especially on spinning because he spun it sharply. And the most important thing about he as a bowler, if you go to see, is that the variety he dished out. I mean, he could fox any batter. Now, I've spoken to lots of cricketers in world cricket, and they said that Ashwin, on his day, could be another Mutaya Mullidhar and difficult to read. And I always thought to myself, imagine having both Murali and Ashwin on one side, bowling from both ends, because the off spin, like even Bipin and I discussed it some time back, it varies because Murali is different to what Ashwin does, but a combination of two of them could be deadly, especially on spinning tracks. Now, let's leave that alone and come back to Ashwin. I don't know why he retired. He knows it best. But I suppose it was a very emotional departure from the dressing room uh, because he was not only a great bowler, and remember, he has test hundreds, so he's no mug with the bat. I think Preeti, his wife, has taken all this into consideration and penned down a beautiful article which was re-edited and put to excellent format by Bipin himself. She says about the great life they led as a couple, the ups and downs and the emotions, and now I feel the tearfulness, tears of joy, tears of happiness, as I say, and tears of sorrow, because Ashwin was so very dedicated. He's from Tamil Nadu. He was very dedicated a cricketer, and I suppose there's an old cliche saying that a wife can make you or break you. And I think Ashwin's wife really made him because she was extremely supportive. She followed him around the world and she sat patiently watching her husband perform out in the center. And there were times he was dropped from the team. Uh, I'm not here to judge anyone, but we all know sometimes the decisions were bizarre, and he was in the dressing room. So they shared a lot together as a family. And what Bipin states is that she has categorically penned down saying it's a new life that they're going to start. They've had the fame, they've had the opportunity of being public figures, but now life is going to be different, and the challenge will be something that Ashwin has to live with, and she will be supportive uh, till the good Lord separates them from the breath of life. Remember, if you just take a cricket ball and there's a seam around it, you place your thumb and you go around it and see if it can come to an end. No, it doesn't. It goes on to infinity. That's the legacy that Ravichandran Ashwin leaves behind. His legacy will live to infinity. And this is what's being stated by Bipin Dani. I mean, he's put it differently, but I just thought because I'm on podcast, I'll give it a little bit more of a description. That's what he's trying to say. And most importantly, the wife, the support, and the shoulder he had to cry on. I mean, she kept on saying that he had one shoulder to cry on, and that was on her shoulder, which she lent with a lot of pride. We wish Ashwin and his family all the very best. on behalf of all we cricket lovers here in Sri Lanka. And to you, Bipin, personally, thank you very much for that wonderful article. It's a breath of fresh air. Bye bye.